just moving forward. So for everybody, as we promised that after 6:45, there'll be a small session for a scleroderma warrior. So today's scleroderma warrior is myself. I am Neetu Vadva. Most of you know me. I was diagnosed in 2009, but symptoms were visible from 2006. My diagnosis journey was full of trials, multiple doctor visits with varying symptoms, starting from GI issues, acid reflux issues, breathing issues, joint pains, swelling in fingers, and blue fingers. Since no doctor could correlate all the symptoms, I was told by one doctor that I might have starting mental health issues since nothing seems wrong with me and I'm just overreacting on small things. I had to suffer the loss of my job too during that time, as it was getting really challenging for me to manage my symptoms effectively. But finally, after a lot of hardships, trauma and pains, in 2009, and after the intervention of my family physician, things came into perspective. I was asked to undergo scleroderma tests. I was referred to a rheumatologist to start my treatment, and my journey started from there. So yes, 3 years is a huge time. These days in our support group, we get a lot of people, who are little angry that it had been 2 years for me and I was not diagnosed. It is the responsibility of the medical community to give us a proper diagnosis. So, we keep sharing our stories that even for me, it took 3 years and for a lot of other people around. So it's not an easy disease even for medical community to, get diagnosed in initial stages. And I'm talking about something which was 11 years back, and it was a huge challenge that time. So how has been my journey with scleroderma? My journey has been filled with ups and downs. I had to take chemotherapy sessions monthly with high doses of steroids for 3 years. It was cyclophosphamide, as most of you might be knowing it. My lung and heart condition became severe on different occasions that I was on bed rest for 1 year each on both occasions. I had multiple infusions during all these years during my hospital stays. Please note that the hospital stays were common for me. 1 to 2 stays per year, usually for chest or other infections. This kept happening for a couple of years. I have had various therapies besides physiotherapy for multiple conditions, which affected financial budgets most of the time, as not all treatments, therapies are covered under insurance in India. One of my toe had to be amputated partially because of the gangrene complications. I had a blood infusion just 3 weeks back for some gastric complications. I started with 1 to 2 hours of oxygen initially. Gradually it got increased, and now I'm dependent on oxygen support 24/7. Physically, it's difficult for me to do chores. I have to wheelchair if I have to walk for more than 8-10 steps. I had to leave my career as IT professional after 13 years, which had multiple breaks anyways. I made a conscious decision to stay single because of the progression of the disease and the way it's ability out of my life. The medical community is still not versed with autoimmune disease. Not every doctor understands complications of scleroderma, and we have to be in touch with multiple specialists, which becomes challenging at times, and all the more if they don't belong to the same institution. People around you don't understand the uncertainty of this disease. You have to cancel plans last minute, or you might take longer to get over the fatigue or any other secondary illness, which is difficult for people to fathom. There was no awareness when I was diagnosed. Only help which was available was Google and US-based groups. There was no Indian support group I could find. And Google is something that can actually traumatize a patient about every illness. So One thing which we keep telling patients now is don't Google too much, and you have to process selective information. The management of this disease carries a big price tag with it. Financial budgets have to be reworked in families always. The social stigma attached to this disease, as it comes with physical changes, your face changes, your body image changes. Also, for a lot of patients, there would be no outside symptoms. So it comes under the invisible illness category, which unfortunately is not a term still recognized in India. Till the time I came on oxygen, nobody could believe that I have an illness. I looked healthy. I was also in the invisible illness category for a lot of years. The complications of this disease gives rise to anxiety and depression bouts. It becomes challenging to keep your mental health in control. So it's good if we get proper help whenever required. So I have a couple of suggestions for my fellow warriors. Take one day at a time. Try to accept situations and your condition. I know it's very easier said than done, because today I'm at that stage where I have accepted the things. But for people who are new to this or who have not accepted this, it becomes very, very challenging. So please try to accept things slowly, gradually, but taking slow and taking one day at a time. Stress would be there for sure. Adopt strategies to manage stress. If you are not able to do it yourself or not getting family support, take outside help of professionals to tone down stress from your life. See, doctors would do their job. They will ask us to do regular visits and regular tests to monitor our condition. But we also need to make small changes in our life, which are called lifestyle changes. Don't exert yourself too much or put too much pressure on yourself. Either it's life or day-to-day decisions. Take proper rest during the day if you need that. Eat small meals on time. Small exercise regime can do work wonders. If you're not able to do exercises for a long time, start small with walking for 5-10 minutes, and gradually, with the help of experts, you can start exercising. Fortunately, Scleroderma Foundation US has collaborated with a yoga expert, Dr. Sundar, who is US based, and he conducts weekly yoga and breathing classes for scleroderma patients across the world. Please take advantage of that. We keep sharing that in the group actually. And then there is Yoga for Scleroderma. That's a very, very beautiful site where Katie and her partner have developed a lot of videos which we have been recommending in the group. Please take help of that. Start putting efforts to develop a support system for yourself. They could be your family members, friends, extended families, neighbors, anyone whom you can reach out in case of any help, be it physical help or psychological help. Take responsibility of your own health. It's your own life. Very, very important thing. It's our own life. No one is going to come and lead our lives for us. Only we have to do that for us. See, our family, our caregivers and friends would be there for us. But the responsibility lies with us. So we have to take responsibility and lead to manage our life. Lastly, none of you are alone in the sclero journey. Our support group is there. We are a family of sclero warriors. We are there to help you. If there is anything, reach out to us. So that was from my side. I hope I did not bore most of you.